So step one is to measure citric acid and baking soda. So we're doing this because I didn't have sodium citrate and I couldn't find it on Amazon. So we're going to make our own solution. So first we're going to measure out our citric acid. So that's just what I'm doing here. I'm using a kitchen scale, so it's not super accurate. And then here we're also measuring out the baking soda. So the baking soda is actually going to be the limiting reagent. So it's okay if you add just like a little bit extra of it. If anything, it'll help. You just don't want to add too much because it will make your solution taste not so great if you wanted to actually taste it. So the next step is we just had to put these into solution so that we could actually mix them together. So I just used a kitchen measuring cup. So I just measured at 100 milliliters for each solution. So our final solution of sodium citrate is going to be 200 milliliters. So now we're going to add the two solutions together. So they're going to combine together to form sodium citrate, but they're also going to be forming carbon dioxide gas. So that's what the bubbles are. So you want to keep adding until the bubbles stop. So I didn't show that in this video, but when we tried making it another time, what we did is we made a little extra of the sodium baking soda solution, and then we added it until the solution actually stopped bubbling. And we also checked the pH. So we wanted it to be basic. So we ended up with a pH around 8 or 9. So the next step is to make our calcium chloride solution. So I measured out 2 grams, again on my kitchen scale, not super accurate. And then I also measured out 1 cup of water and mixed the two together. So this is the solution that we will be dropping our bubbles into later. So we're going to set this aside now. So the next step is to combine our lemon and our sodium alginate. So sodium alginate comes as a powder, and then we're just going to split up the lemon in 2 parts. So we decided on lemon juice for this because we felt like it was a very simple and easy acidic solution, but you can also use things like Coke or really any other acidic solution. So here I am just measuring out the powder for sodium alginate, adding it to my blender, and then adding another cup of lemon. So then I'm going to combine these and I'm going to blend them until the solution is homogeneous. So now that we have our sodium alginate and our lemon juice solution, we need to make it slightly basic since the lemon juice made it acidic. So to do this, we're going to take our sodium citrate that we made earlier and add it to a little bit of the lemon and sodium alginate solution until we get a pH that's either near neutral or on the slightly acidic, basic side. What we learned from doing this is that it's better to go slightly basic than it is to have it around 6 or so. So I don't necessarily show that here, but I would recommend having it around a pH of like 8 if you can. Now we're going to take our slightly basic solution and add it to the calcium chloride. I just added green food dye to make it a little bit more visual here. So you're going to slowly drop it in and you're going to spread your drops out. So you can try to make larger drops. It's really like hard to get the technique down, but you can try. And then you let them sit for 1 minute and then you can pull them out. So I'm just going to show some pictures of what we did with Coke when we did it another time. So this is using Coca-Cola. It does slightly dye the calcium chloride, so that's why the solution looks brown. But here's just a slow-mo of us dropping them in. So these are filled with Coca-Cola as our acidic solution. So here you can see the final Coca-Cola balls, and they look pretty cool, kind of like caviar.